What's up, guys? Dumars here. I know it's been a while since I made a video, and I know a lot of people are disappointed. Oh, he's talking about the Redskins again. Oh, I can't watch that. I know I didn't build this channel on Redskins videos, and usually people want me to talk about gaming or trolling people or whatever, but when it comes down to it, my passion's with the Redskins. So I want to talk about the Redskins offseason here. Sometimes I go back on my own videos just to see what I was feeling at the moment. Maybe I was wrong, some of my old Redskins videos. But I try to, if I was the GM, what would I do? If I'm the GM, well, if I'm the owner, Daniel Snyder, I fire Bruce Allen instantly because he's a fucking moron. But let's go with the state of the Redskins right now. Let's talk about the Case Keenum trade. Initially, I hated the trade because I knew last year he signed like a 2-year, $36 million contract. And I'm thinking we're going to be on the hook for $18 million for, a quarterback that's subpar. He's average at best, you're not going to win with him. I know the Vikings went the NFC Championship with him, but, he had a good defense. He had some weapons to throw to. We don't exactly have those weapons, so I don't know. I'm thinking after I saw that we're only on the hook for $3.5 million for 1 year, I absolutely loved this trade. Absolutely loved it. I think he can do exactly what Alex Smith did last year. And I know a lot of people are thinking, Alex Smith sucked last year. But we were 6-3 when he broke his leg, and then our season just went to shit, when we're running this Mark Sanchez and Josh Johnson, and we lost pretty much our whole offensive line. But we were a solid team. I'm not saying we were going to contend for the Super Bowl, but we were going to actually probably make the playoffs. And, as a Redskins fan, hey, that's a stepping stone. It beats 4-12, 3-13. But I think Case Keenum can do everything that Alex Smith did last year. And like I said, it wasn't great, but manage the game. And I know a lot of people are thinking, because I was disappointed too, when I first saw the trade, because I want Josh Rosen. I'm hoping Arizona Cardinals are all in on Kyler Murray, and they're going to shop Josh Rosen. And I think I heard he's only due like $6 million for the next 3 years if he gets traded. So that's like only $2 million a year. So to me, I don't think that takes us out of the trade talk here for Josh Rosen. And I think what happens if, Josh Rosen is actually on the trade block, the Redskins would be in on it. They would trade for him. He would be the starter. Case Keenum would go to the backup, and Colt McCoy would be dropped. That would save $4 million to our cap. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, Jay Gruden, he loves Colt McCoy. But can you rely on Colt McCoy? I mean, I think that's what they're looking at now. You look at his whole career, he gets hurt. At best, he's a decent backup, but he can only play like maybe 3-4 games, and then you gotta go with whoever's behind him because he can't stay healthy. So Case Keenum would be a huge upgrade at backup, and he makes less than what Colt McCoy would make. So that's a plus. So I don't think they're out on Josh Rosen. When it comes to the draft, I would be in on Drew Lock. If Drew Lock's there at 15, I'll take him. If not, then go with the best player available. We need a guard. We need a pass rusher. We need a safety. We need a corner. We need everything. When it comes to Adrian Peterson, I would bring him back. We got Geis, but, he's coming off an ACL tear. So you can't just feed him 25 carries a game. You're going to need someone to help share the load. We got Chris Thompson as a third-down run back, but, he's injury-prone. You can't rely on him. So you need an Adrian Peterson. I've heard talks of Le'Veon Bell coming to the Redskins? No, thank you. That is just too much money. I heard the dude's out of shape now. A year out of football. I don't want him. It seems like every time a big name guy comes out, they always say the Redskins. Why? Because Schneider. I mean, he did it in the past. He's kind of eased back, which I'm grateful for because all he did was kill our cap. But I don't think we'll be on Le'Veon Bell. I just don't see that. The whole Antonio Brown thing. When I heard he was traded to the Raiders, thank God, because I heard the Redskins were in on it. I don't know how true that was, but I wouldn't have gave jack shit for him. They could have gave him, and we need a receiver. They could have gave him to us for free, or 7th round pick. Say we had the Mr. Relevant pick. I wouldn't give that for Antonio Brown with what the Redskins are looking at. Like I said, we need a receiver, but we have cap problems, and we have Alex Smith with like $20 million hitting our cap, and he's probably never going to play again. So I was looking at it as we can't afford that. We got too many holes. Antonio Brown isn't going to fix us. So I was grateful when I heard he went to the Raiders. So when it comes to free agency, I am looking at Landon Collins. I know the Redskins do want to make a splash, and honestly, I think this guy's the guy. I know Giants fans may say, oh, he wasn't that great. But I remember when he was coming out of the draft, he was a big Sean Taylor guy, Redskins fan, which will go for the fans, and, he really wants to play for us. So why not make his dreams come true and make Redskins fans happy? Because, hey, we need a safety. Go get Landon Collins. I would love that. And, they got a hard-on for Alabama players. So, hey, he's from Alabama. Go get him. So, I'm all for bringing in Landon Collins. Josh Norman, that's hit or miss. I mean, is he an elite cornerback at this point? No. Are we paying him as one? Yes. But you drop him, I heard it only saves like $8 million, for our cap. So what are you going to get for $8 million at cornerback? Because you're going to have to fill in the hole that he leaves. So I'm looking at it as, can you get a cornerback at his level? Like I said, he's not elite, but you're not going to get someone as good as him at $8 million. So you might as well just go ahead and pay him. Jamison Crowder, I heard he's wanting like $10 million a year. He can kick rocks. Clinton Dix, we traded for him last year. I saw enough. He can hit the road. He ain't worth probably with the money he's gonna wanna command. So he can go bye. I heard Vernon Davis that I think we'll save like $5 million by cutting him, but at the same time, Jordan Reed, you can't rely on him, so you're going to need Vernon Davis. I don't know what we'd get for Jordan Reed. I'm kind of done with him. He was elite when he played, but, man, that dude just cannot stay healthy. I don't know if it was the connection with him and Alex Smith last year. It did not connect. I don't know if it was Alex Smith didn't get him the ball or Jordan Reed is just done. But I'd move on from Jordan Reed, honestly. I think we need to really shore up our offensive line. Our first and second pick has got to go to our offensive line. You cannot that's 2 years in a row our offensive line has been just decimated. I mean, we were signing guys off the streets and they were getting hurt. So we were on our 7th or 8th guard. So we need to draft a guy that can play tackle and guard, because Trent Williams, you can't rely on him either. He's elite when he plays, but he gets hurt too much. It seems like that's been the blueprint for the Redskins the last couple of years. It's just, we could be solid, but we can't stay healthy. So you need to start replacing these guys that are getting hurt. Trent Williams needs to be replaced. Honestly, I would shop him and see what we could get. Because the Redskins are at a crossroads here. And I think it's either blow it up or move forward with what we got and try to add more pieces. I think the better route would be blow it up. But you got Bruce Allen that's trying to save his job. You got Jay Gruden trying to save his job. So they don't want to blow it up because they're trying to fight for their jobs. So I get that, but at best, I feel like we're aiming for 7-9, 8-8 at best, and that's ridiculous to aim for mediocrity. So if I was the GM, I would be shopping Ryan Kerrigan, I'd be shopping Trent Williams, Jordan Reed, Josh Norman, and I would take whatever I could get for them, draft picks, and just go younger. But they're not going to do that, so we got to go with what we got. So I would go for Josh Rosen if he's actually on the trade block. I'll give a first-round pick for him. You look at it that, like I said, he was a 10th overall pick last year. You could get him for, $2 million a year for the next 3 years, and you get the fifth-year option. I would be all over that. That is worth a first-round pick because he's better than Drew Lock. He's better than Dwayne Haskins. He's better than Daniel Jones. I would be pissed if the Redskins take Daniel Jones in the first round. I'm sorry. I will be disappointed. I'd rather get a pass rusher. I'd rather get an offensive lineman than Daniel Jones. Middle linebacker, Reuben Foster. He's probably going to get suspended a few games. We're going to rely on him. Mason Foster can hit the road. They need help, man. They need a quarterback. They need wide receivers. I would love to have DK Metcalf, but at the same time, I don't rely on our coaches to coach him up because he needs some help getting coached up. And what have we done with Josh Doxson? It's just, I don't know, man. We're just aimed at mediocrity. I don't know. I think I hit a lot of the stuff. We're at 12 minutes already, so I'm going to go ahead and end this video, but that's my state of the Redskins. I tried to cover as much as I can. I'm sure I'll rewatch this video and I'll miss stuff, and I'll be like, damn, I should have said that, but, I haven't put out a video in a while, so here it is. Go Redskins. Hail to the Redskins. Let's go 6-10, 8-8. That's the best we're looking at. We're fucked. Alex Smith killed us.